Hi, we have another story here for you guys. This story is called My Steps. It's called My Steps. Do you guys have steps in front of your house? Or maybe outside your apartment? So, do you guys remember who the author is? What does the author do? The author is the person who writes the story, writes the words. And this one is Sally Derby. And do you remember what the illustrator does? The illustrator draws the pictures. So the person who drew the pictures for this story, their name is Adjoa J. Burrows. Do you guys remember what the different parts of the book are? We have the cover, and we have the back. And what is this called? That's the spine, right? Just like we have a spine. And these are the pages in the story. So let's see. This is a story about a little girl's front steps and all the different things that she does on her front steps and how important they mean to her. So, my steps. These are my steps, all 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can hop up from 1 to 5 and down from 5 to 1 on just 1 foot. Can you guys do that? Can you hop up and down steps? Whenever it's a pretty day, I play on my steps while cars and buses swoosh down the street and people walk by on the sidewalk. Sometimes I know the people and then I say, "Morning, Mrs. Johnson. Afternoon, Preacher Jones." But my mom always says, "Don't go talking to strangers." So I don't. I look away. Do you see your steps here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the top of my steps is the stoop where I play with my friend Essie. Every morning before Essie comes, I bring the broom out and I sweep away all the dirt and the ants and the bugs and the glass if some got broken in the night. So this is the stoop. That's the front part where you just sit and it's flat and she's getting it all cleaned up. My stoop has sides. 2 walls made of bricks. When I was 5, I couldn't see over them. Now I'm so big, those walls are only up to here on me. See? They just come up to here. That's right below her arms, at her armpits. See the 2 walls? Essie and I pretend the walls are horses, and we climb up and ride. Sometimes when my mom's not looking, we stand on the horses' backs, like the lady in the circus. See, they're standing on it. They're riding them. Springtime mornings, my steps are shady, cool and hard and smooth. If I lie on the top step, all down my back, I feel shivery cool. If I lie on my stomach, I see crooked cracks in the cement. I pretend the cracks are rivers. Once I took a piece of green paper and I tore it into little pieces and crumpled up the pieces and made bushes all along the rivers. So do you see how the cracks kind of look like rivers? She's making bushes and trees. Essie and I like to color. She sits on 2 and puts her paper on 3. I sit on 4 and put my paper on 5. That way we each have our own desk, just like in school. But if we don't put away our crowns, that old sun can melt them so they stick to the steps. It takes a lot of scraping when crowns stick to cement. So see, Essie's sitting on 2 and using 3. She's sitting on 4 and using 5. Some days when the sun's so bright, it makes me squint. If I ask and ask, my mom brings out a blanket and hangs it from wall to wall. Then Essie and I have a shady cave where we sit and tell secrets so quietly, people walking by don't even know we're there. Do you guys know what it is to squint? Squinting is when you kind of go like this. Has the sun ever been so bright that you gotta squint so it's not shining down in your eyes? That's very right. That's what she's talking about, is when the sun is that bright. I have another friend. That's Nicholas. And when he comes, we all play Stone School. Here's how we play. I'm teacher first because they are my steps. I put my hands behind my back and hide a little stone. Then I put my hands out in front of me. Essie and Nicholas sit on 1. That's kindergarten. And they take turns guessing which hand. When they guess right, they get to move up to first grade. And whoever gets to fourth grade first gets to be the teacher next. So right now, what step number is he on? So we've got 1, 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's on 3 and she's on 4. Sometimes on summer afternoons, when the cement is hot through your shoes, the firemen open up the hydrant near my steps. The water shoots out and splashes down the street. Kids I don't even know come running till my ears are full of shouting and laughing. We get our clothes wet and our faces wet and our hair wet, and we kick and splash and run till the firemen close the hydrant. After, my mom lets each of us have a popsicle, and we sit on my steps in our wet clothes and forget all about being hot. Have you ever had a day so hot that you're just like, oh, you go out and play in the water? Summer is better than fall, and hot is better than cold, but I keep my steps clean even when Mom says it's too cold to play on them. Before school, I sweep away all the leaves. If the leaves were wet, I have leaf prints on my steps, like shadow leaves. When I come home from school, the leaf prints are gone, but I have more leaves to sweep up. Do you guys ever help take care of the leaves when the fall comes? Maybe you rake them instead of sweeping them. Oh, what season is this? When do we get snow on the ground? Is that winter? Yeah. After fall, winter comes shivering in. I shovel the snow and scrape the ice, but that's hard. When I finish, my mom says, "Girl, let me feel that muscle." Even in the winter, I'm glad I have my steps. All 5 of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I come back from away, I run up the steps like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I push open the door and I shout, "I'm home!" So do you guys have steps in your home that you play on? Whether you live in an apartment or you live in a house, maybe you have steps coming into your home, or maybe you have steps inside your home and you walk up and down them. Do you ever count them? So I want you guys to think about some different places that you really like to play throughout the year. She likes to play on her steps all year round. What are some places that you like to play? And what do you do there? Hope you guys have a really good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.